Again, you must do better. Yay, we're recording. So, hopefully the sound levels are alright for those of you watching this on YouTube on the far distant future when some people will find this series in the depths of the internet. But we are here at the beginning of the night we handled in or rather towards the end of the night we've handled in the last session. Bacon and Malik aren't here yet, neither is Chloe, Bronson, the cop, or, any of these people. I'm gonna move them to the GM layer because I don't want to set up the tokens again. Who is here is Leopoldo Constantini and Tamaro Benini. We are...
And me.
Yeah, and of course we're gonna be playing out Serath's discovery of what the fuck has been going on. So, you, at some point, towards the dawn end, you realize that with Romina having gone to handle some errands, you need to go up and get some books from the library, since you need an astrology chart to reference your work for the warding circle you're doing.
Yay, astrology.
And numerology and random crap like that, cause occult crap.
Of course.
As you step out through the door, you almost stumble over the staked corpse of someone who appears to be very much a prisoner. Meanwhile, a vampire you don't know...
I'm pretty sure I would recognize him as the Giovanni from the elysium that I essentially threatened / insulted.
Yeah. Actually, you would. You recognize him then. I had forgotten about that. And from the other room, you hear slurping sounds, and apparently there's a vampire there, in the vault, drinking your diseased blood, wearing Bronson's clothes. He looks up and...
May I ask you who you are?
Wait, Malik didn't tell you I was here? He and I made a deal.
Apparently, he did not tell me about it, which is very interesting, and I will be taking that up with him very shortly.
Yeah,
Where is he?
I just need to heal up the wounds here. I don't know. I think Raffaello's ghoul or some new recruit ran off and they went after him. In any case...
Oh, great.
We made
also, you do know that blood is diseased, right?
He gives a loud burp.
So you do. Okay.
He just
what is
shrugs.
This deal you were talking
Too
about?
Late now. Well, Malik agreed to spare my life in exchange for some information, but... And I think Malik is here, actually. Malik agreed to spare my life in exchange for some information, but... Well...
Hey.
Hey.
Testing.
Hi.
Yep, sounds good. But I think
I'll have to talk to you about the people in the cellar soon.
We have people in the cellar?
Yes, certainly Leopoldo Constantini and Tamara Benini.
Did this just happen?
Yeah.
No, well, I kinda did just notice that they were here as a character, but I know that I've heard some of the things you've been doing, thanks to Chris when we've been chatting through Steam.
He knows that you dealt with the Giovanni menace. In any case...
For now, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leopoldo is telling you essentially that I'm sorry I can't talk about the deal in detail. I'm a man of my word. Malik agreed to spare my life in exchange for information. I'll stick to that, but my deal is with him. I don't owe you anything. If he tells me to tell you, that's fine, but I'm sorry, I don't know he wants you to know.
Well, don't touch anything other than what you already, other than the blood other than what was you were allowed in the deal.
Well, I needed
I'll have to get some. get some things.
Yeah,
What was it?
I just needed to heal up, and I was gonna go out and hunt. I just needed to patch myself up a little bit before I could go out without risking, losing control. And he actually goes upstairs with you and goes out for an hour to hunt, while you go and get books. Romina,
Okay, where am
incidentally,
I at?
you are gonna arrive now, essentially, along with the rest of the guys. Raffaello is just gonna go upstairs in disgust, taking his ghoul with him to start instructing him in things, I suppose. And you are here. You may grab your token from the group along with Bronson and meet with Serath. Your prisoner is gonna arrive back in a moment, but you have a chance to talk with Serath about what has happened. And you have, of course,
So, what have you been doing all this time? And what is that policeman doing in here?
If only you knew.
What are the? Why are there two Maliks around here? Now the
Please,
second one vanished.
yeah, please use the one that's properly set up with health and blood and everything. Just gonna
Okay.
keep the properly set up tokens on this map at all times, rather than dragging new ones onto here, because it just makes things so much easier.
Going to put Chloe's name there too.
My map's being a little weird, guys, so I'm having a little trouble. Hold on. My
Oh.
computer's lagging, I think.
Well,
Okay. You want me to use this token here? Or did you delete the one that I'm not using?
I deleted the one you're not using. The one that's on there is properly set up, I think.
Okay.
I haven't set it to track your current willpower, but I will do that right now. You just use the willpower used thing on the third line so I can see how much mental strength you have left over. I'm gonna set up the same for
Alright.
Serath. And you can go ahead and demand explanations from one another and try to break some very crushing news.
Oh my, Serath, we had a situation last time. It was regarding, it was regarding Raffaello's ghoul, and we had a few little missteps.
Missteps?
Yeah, quite a few actually. You see,
Yes, go on.
and the GM might need to keep me straight here because I might get this story a little wrong. But anyways, yeah, Raffaello had an arrangement with Tony to send him a lackey, someone that he could turn into a ghoul. And Raffaello sort of fouled things up a bit. Just a bit.
Mm-hmm. Just a bit.
And we didn't necessarily...
Exactly what happened there.
We didn't necessarily bring him into the fold in the easiest way. We didn't really taper him into it. So what exactly happened was, instead of just dominating him and commanding him to drink from his wrist, which I would have done, he got a ceremonial glass and bled into it, and then commanded that he drink from the glass. Of course, the ghoul spit and dropped or would-be ghoul, spit, dropped the glass, and it broke, shattered everywhere, because I don't know what Raphael was thinking. But
Should I use
instead of
dominate
letting
there?
him, he eventually used dominate, and told him to lap the blood up off the ground with the broken glass. This caused the man great agony. How am I doing so far?
As far, as far as Dominic is concerned, that's pretty accurate.
This caused
Yeah,
him great agony. Now,
Did
we
did
had.
Rafaela lose humanity for that?
I don't believe he did, actually.
It would have been interesting if he had. Well, anyway, continue.
And should we? Well, we could get to this later. I forget exactly why we left, but we left the ghoul to his own devices alone, without any supervision.
You had
And
a
he.
meeting with the mob boss, who ended up
Oh
not showing,
yes,
and instead you got the
yes.
Giovanni.
Thank you. Yes, we had a meeting. What's the name of that bar again?
Eddie's
I forget the
place.
name. We had a meeting at Eddie's place, and at Eddie's place, we had some. That would be the first few, well, not the first, but the second few missteps of the night. Not necessarily missteps, but it didn't go according to plan. We'll come back to this. Let's go back.
Misfortunes?
Some misfortunes, yes. We'll come back to that because we need to stay on the topic of the ghoul, whom fled. Now, we got in touch with him over a cell phone, and we were capable, through the help of Bronson, good job, Bronson, to locate where he was at. Bronson used his heightened senses and figured it out.
Oh, he doesn't have heightened senses. He just
well.
rolled well on perception.
Yeah. Well, we found out he was at the airport about to flee. This, of course, would have been a masquerade violation, so we had to take care of it, and we went to the airport. Whereas we were captured by camera. More potential masquerade violations. And also, the ghoul that was sent by Tony wasn't necessarily the most spot free in terms of criminal records. He didn't have a squeaky clean record.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's on an FBI most wanted list, and he was recognized. Am I right there?
Well, not necessarily FBI. In this city, it's more like a local cyber terrorism police force kind of thing. But
he was recognized by a stewardess or a receptionist at the airport, and she notified the authorities. So we had to take care of the authorities, and that's why there's a cop here. Because that didn't go 100% according to plan. Because we had to think very fast, and we ended up dominating two cops. Both of the cops. We got free. They had us almost arrested. Bronson was in chains, handcuffs. The new would-be ghoul was in handcuffs. We knocked out one of the cops. Not before. No, we erased his mind. We erased one cop's mind, and then we knocked out the other police officer and brought him with us because, well.
Yeah, something
what else were we supposed to do?
There's one more thing, but that you need to mention. But one thing I would like to interject about Bronson. At this point, you should realize it. When things start to go down, he essentially goes for the throat. He just, goes for it. Ambush, shoot them. Cop, knock it out. Just keep that in mind when using him. That's how he'll react in most situations.
So, Serath, that somewhat explains our situation. I might be missing some details because it happened so quickly that I hadn't had time to think, to be honest with you.
So you decided to bring the policeman you kidnapped to this Chantry.
Well, what would you have me do? If I would have left him, he would have identified us. And, of course...
Maybe you should go... you should have waited until he was awake, then wiped his mind, and then dumped him somewhere.
Well, that wouldn't have worked, because people were on their way. They had already... radioed it in. And there were people coming. Security was on its way.
They were
Like, you
doing
could have
the
taken him in the car and then run the fuck away, and then dumped him somewhere after wine piping.
it's
Well, actually, me and Raffaello came to a somewhat mutual idea of ghoulifying him. So that we would have a police officer in our service. Could serve useful.
Who is currently kidnapped.
Well, certainly this is not a perfect plan, but I do believe that this will be for our benefit.
It is as close to a masquerade as a lethal masquerade violation as you can get without actually being dead yet.
Speaking of, Malek, you see your blurry outline reform and reappear reflected in Serath's new sunglasses. Apparently the weakness has taken mercy on you after you have used it to fuck up so badly and has worn off.
What did you say?
Malik's reflection reappears.
Is it possible that I could be a little emotional about this?
Yeah, you can be.
Yes. It's like, oh my goodness, thank whatever higher powers may be showing mercy upon me.
Were you caught on were you caught? Were there any cameras nearby? Considering it's an airport, I believe there were. So
Yeah, they just
were you
walked
caught
in.
on camera?
Certainly so. But Raffaello's new ghoul is a hacker, and we brought him back and had him get to work immediately on this.
Except that he doesn't have any of the tools he needs.
Well, isn't that? Well, how are you Well, I can try and get some things done to get maybe you and me into the police station with the right people, and so that we can fix this up. But it will take some time. Until then, I want you guys to want you to tell me what the Giovanni leader, the current Giovanni leader in the area is doing here.
I was not under the impression that he was the leader, by the way.
Pretty sure that he was the leader here.
It's a pretty small delegation. They only have like 4 or 5 people. And
well, we killed a few. Oh.
Well, you killed...
So you killed the entire Giovanni delegation. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna put diplomacy on a hold for a bit.
Actually,
so we went to Eddie's...
You killed ghouls. Ghouls don't count. You only killed one Giovanni vampire.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
it's not too bad.
It's been a week, guys, so my memory's fuzzy. And plus, I just was in the hot sun.
I believe that you forgot to mention something you might have learned about one of Serath's associates.
We're gonna get to this, because the Giovanni that is currently with us is bound by honor not to betray us in any form or way, because we spared his life. After meeting at Eddie's bar, we were ambushed by the Giovanni due to Raffaello's checkered past, and we got the best of this fine gentleman here, and he promised to tell us some information that would be useful to us in exchange for his life, and he gave us his word on his honor, which I don't really have any cause to believe that he's lying. But he has informed me that Romina is a ghoul for... She was sent to infiltrate us to either kill or hurt Raffaello in any way possible, or give information that could kill or kill him.
Where is Romina at this point?
She said
she has fled. And she sent us a text message. She sent us a picture of Raffaello's axe. His family axe. She took his fucking axe.
I will have to kill. We will need to bring her back here and torture her to death, apparently.
Humanity lost for
I think humanity lost is very
What?
warranted in this situation,
Hey.
probably.
She is kind of threatening us, so
well,
it's justified.
She isn't anymore. If you are actually gonna torture her, as opposed to simply, I mean, you could justify just killing her, but if you're gonna systematically torture her, then no, that would be a humanity loss.
Well, I was going to. Well, it's more like I wanted all the information she can give me.
We could use her as a living blood bag. Just tie her up and leave her.
Too. That would result in humanity loss, right?
Would that result in humanity loss? I'm a monster, guys.
You don't care. It's like more like me because I still have 5 humanity. Unlike you 4 humanity monstrosity.
I think Raffaello might actually have the most humanity, and he might actually care the most.
And doesn't he have like the know-how, like the torture experience or something? Or am I mistaken?
What kind of a skill is torture anyway? Crafts?
It depends on how you approach it. If it's purely psychological, then it can be manipulation, intimidation, or it can be manipulation, leadership, even if you are doing the good cop part of the usual routine, or virtually anything really.
Crafts would be very interesting if it was the thing you use for a torture.
It depends. As a Mitzi would probably use medicine. 'Cause reasons. So, you have fought people and killed one of the people under the prince's protection. How much shit do you think you're in, and how are you gonna clean that up?
Well, first I'd be like, we're going to bring this for the prince. How about the Giovanni? And I'm going to go after the Giovanni in the basement.
Oh, you're not gonna bloodbind him and force him to teach you necromancy?
No, not yet. I'm going to drag him with me.
The prince might not let you keep him. Well, you had to try and move at the same time.
I'm not used to necromancy though. So what advantage would I have with that?
Well,
corpses, ghosts, living corpses, angry ghosts.
Huh.
Tomorrow can
It sounds fun, but I don't know how useful it is.
It's
for
not.
me.
I raised 2 zombies and sent them against Raffaello with this guy. It's not useful. They're very tanky, but they really can't do damage. They're just a distraction, really. And it takes willpower each time you raise them.
They're meat shields, essentially.
Oh, my name does sound like a really cool.
Hits while the caster is in the back, killing you with different spells that would actually hurt or shooting you.
Well, my character's name does sound like a necromancer, so
Are
I was
you
curious.
willing to invest like 20 some experience to raise it to level 3? Because, I mean, he has the right path for it as primary, unlike most of the Giovanni who deal primarily
I'm gonna
with
keep
ghosts.
I'm gonna keep on the path that I'm on, so I don't want to get any more
Isn't it the
vampiric
bone
physical.
path? That's the thing about the undead, the living dead that you can raise.
Yep. He has a non-traditional primary path. Because he's essentially an assassin. This is the kind of work he does for the family.
Well, let's drag him out. Let's drag him and take Constantini with us, mostly as a witness, and take them to the car.
You might want to go in the next morning. It's getting pretty early.
Well, we might as well. Do we have the message? Do we have a way to contact the prince's secretary?
Sure, yeah.
Well, I'll be calling her.
Well, you sure you want to do the talking? Malk was actually there.
Well, okay, I'm going to give the phone to Malik.
I mean, it's up to you, but you know.
Whatever. I'm going to tell Malik to. Okay, I'm going to tell Malik to call the prince about this.
Do I have to do a recounting of this again?
Well, I'm guessing unless the GM's Chris really likes to torture you. I'm guessing no, but you know.
Yeah, not much point.
Didn't think I
So
could
let's drag
explain
him
it
back
better.
into the cellar.
Okay. Okay, so what exactly do you want to report to the prince's office? Malik, I think you
Are you
might.
talking to me? I would like to tell him about how the Giovanni attacked us.
And that you'll be coming. You'd like to make an appointment for tomorrow.
And yeah, I would like to make an appointment to give a recount of the situation, and I could bring him as a witness, can't I?
Yeah, that's what we could bring Leopoldo as a witness.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
you can bring the prisoner, but who knows if he's gonna stay your prisoner, right? The prince might just
Yeah.
claim him.
Yeah. We
Probably
were
what's going to
we were
happen.
gonna bring
This is
we were gonna
like
bring Benini or whatever his name is.
we're gonna bring
tomorrow.
we were gonna bring everyone that could be a useful witness, but you know, so we don't actually get screwed over by a prince and to our prince to save his relationship with Giovanni.
Okay, I was actually asking about Leopoldo or whatever, but I think it would actually be a bad idea to bring him.
Why?
Would it be bad for him? I mean, it
We
wouldn't
don't
be bad
care
for us.
about him.
Okay, we can
Big.
bring him. We can bring him.
I mean, the prince might not blame him for the things he was ordered to do and had no choice but to do.
Maybe I was just thinking and taking the an alliance kind of like an alliance sort of route on that, but I mean, it's up to Serath. Because I mean, we're
Yeah,
not going to have an alliance with the Giovanni anyways because of Raffaello.
Yeah, we aren't going to have an alliance with Giovanni. Like essentially by having as long as the elder that's after Raffaello.
But we could have.
We can count Giovanni as trying to kill us at every single opportunity they get.
True, but we could have eyes on the inside that could give us a heads up on
No,
next
that's not going to work.
attacks.
They probably if they ever found Constantini is way too honorable. One, Constantini is way too honorable for that. Two, if they ever found out, they're going to kill him anyway. Like he doesn't want to do it. Whatever happens.
Okay. All right.
Unless we bloodbound him, of course, but pretty sure they'd notice that.
You've convinced me.
You know, Leopoldo, he would be pretty damn pissed if you either try to bloodbind him or alter the terms of the deal. He gives you the information you want, and then you'll let him go. That's the deal, right? He expects you to stick to your side of it as well, essentially.
Okay. I thought our deal was just to let him live, though.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm going to ask him to come with us to the prince, because as a witness, as a neutral witness for this, in this case.
Okay.
But,
so sure you can.
because it's the best thing for him in the end.
Sure. So the cop is still knocked out. He's just, there. Bronson's.
We should bind him up with some rope.
Oh,
We have
Bronson's
rope.
already tied him up. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Is he unconscious still?
Yeah,
For
but
now.
he's starting to groan in his sleep. He might be coming to in a sometimes.
So, Serath, would you like a ghoul, Serath? Since you've lost yours.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea to get a ghoul. But I'm not sure I want him. I will want him exactly. We'll have to see how it turns out.
You are quite the you're kind of our leader, and it would be probably beneficial.
I'll
to
probably
have
get
somebody-
some. I'll probably contact. The Alberta for it instead, mainly because seriously,
Is this the next night?
I want her
or
to
are we
trust me.
Is
I
this
don't
the
want to
next?
die right now.
Is this the next night, or is this like right as soon as we returned?
This
This is right as soon as we return.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it would probably be in our best interest to go ahead and ghoulify him now and turn him loose so that we can kind of come up with a story about how he chased another criminal or something.
It's not gonna work.
Why don't just take the blood bind in someone anyway?
3 separate nights, 1 point each. You don't have.
Exactly. Oh, okay.
You can't.
I don't expect the blood for that either, so you know.
Actually, I was gonna suggest that Malik cleanse the blood bags you have in storage since they're getting pretty old, and
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
you
Once after he's talked to if he's talked to done with talking to the Prince's secretary.
yeah. So yeah, you report that you were ambushed and attacked, and that you want to arrange a meeting with the prince, and yeah, you can split the blood bags you have in your collective inventory between the two of you. You have essentially 10 bags of blood there, so you know you can split them whichever way makes sense, and yeah, you can move to the next night and subtract a point of blood in the process.
Okay.
So I don't
So
know.
Malik cleanses the blood. We both get to increase our blood by 5,
Well,
and then reduce it by 1.
I was gonna suggest.
Didn't you want me to clean the
that-
blood first?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you clean the blood. It takes like 5 minutes each or something. So you know, it's not a matter of time, really.
All right. You gotta have to remind me how to roll for that.
Is it even a roll?
Yeah, just make one roll for at intelligence occult at difficulty 4 for all of them. And I was gonna actually suggest that Serath get like 6 points and Malik 4, since Serath is a lot lower. But it's up to you guys, however you want to split it.
Like I'm at 6 6 of 14 blood. What are you at?
Well, I've already. Hold on.
You are at 9.
No, no. Hold on. I messed with it a second ago.
You only have 4
Yeah, I was
dice
at
in
9.
intelligence occult.
I was at 9, and I just gave myself 5. So
Yeah, so you would have been full at the start of the night. I mean, you can split it however you like. Just
I was at 8.
were you at 8? I'm pretty sure you were at 9. I mean, you would have been.
I mean, on the next morning, if I would have like abducted another blood point, I would have been at 8.
I'm gonna set you at 5 to again account for waking up the next night, and then you can just decide how full you want to be. You have 10 blood you can split between the two of you. At the start of the next night, right now, essentially you are at 5 and 8.
Okay. I'll take 3 or 4.
Yeah, you're at. Aren't you 10th gen? Are you 10th? You're 10th gen now. So you have 13 max.
Okay, so you take 4, that leaves 6 for you. So
Yeah, 10 blood. No, 11 blood.
yep, 11. Okay, Karen is actually gonna go with you to the prince, since tonight you also have to deal out the punishment, as is Bronson. You did offer him the night off, but Bronson says that he kind of wants to see this, and he'd rather take his night off when things are less exciting around here. He kind of enjoys the action.
Oh dear.
And
I'm always a little uneasy when Bronson comes to formal events.
also,
Just tell him to shut up and everything will be fine, right? Also, yeah, I'm going to say right now that the thing about the Nosferatu. Once, I'm guessing if you're going to tell it to me, Malak.
Oh yes, I almost forgot about our friend Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford
that-
the Big Red Dog. I
is
didn't know
that
you watched
the-
that show.
That was the the little factoid I forgot. Yes, we had a meeting with one of the Nosferatu. It appears that the prince wants us to investigate what has happened to the clan, and also in doing so, we will gain the deed to the Chantry. Am I right?
indeed, if
What
you
was
Yes.
going on in the room next to us? Oh yeah, that's the primogen thing that someone walked into.
Yeah, I'm a dummy. I almost got caught with diablerie.
He was invited in there to serve as witness for essentially court proceedings, so he couldn't really have said no. In any case, the prince...
How did you even succeed at getting away with it?
I said it was a botched, from the distress of my sire being killed, it was a botched thaumaturgy sort of experiment, because I'm not very good at that.
Okay. So he doesn't know that much about thaumaturgy. It's something.
Essentially,
Most people don't, so
I
was
ruled
perfect.
that, good roleplay on a bullshit roll gives you either automatic successes or less successes required if it's a decent story that makes sense, and otherwise he would have been probably screwed then and there if it was just a dice roll.
Yay.
Because,
Anyway, so
Well,
were you
now I'm
in
fighting.
places on the map or what?
I thought I moved you to the prince's high-rise. You may move yourself in the council chamber. You have an appointment with the prince.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Right, I made you a prisoners sheet. What did I give him? Yep, that makes sense, sure.
The other guy too, the torpid guy,
You're bringing him
the
with you?
one staked. Yeah, we're going to bring him with us.
Are you taking him in, or are you just gonna leave him in the car?
And I'm going to ask someone to get us a mat or something. We put him in a mat already, so nobody suspects anything. Totally. Anyway, we're going to bring him with us.
Okay, maybe I need to discuss with Serath exactly what I should tell the prince and what I shouldn't tell the prince.
What shouldn't you tell the prince in your opinion? I don't know
Well,
what
about
happened.
the night, huh?
It's actually kind of too late. You only thought of it as you were walking in, and now you are essentially standing in the hallway whispering very conspicuously about what you should and shouldn't tell the prince.
I was saying that out of character.
Too late.
Oh, you turd.
The prince...
It's not like I have known anything about the night, so I
Okay,
couldn't tell you
honesty is
anything.
the best policy, guys. So if he,
prince actually-
Yeah, I'm going to. By the way, I'm going to motion for the Leopoldo to come after me, and then have Bronson tell Bronson to pick up Tamaro.
As
What
you
is the
are walking through the
protocol?
doors, the prince actually calls out to you. Why don't you just tell me everything? How about that instead? Apparently he heard you, possibly through having
Yeah,
auspex.
it's like, yeah, I'm like, and I'm not going to shout. I'm just going to say in a normal tone. Well, I have no idea what is going on, so it'd be very nice of him to tell me.
Roll a subterfuge for me because he informed
Like,
you of exactly what was going on, and you're trying to.
it's like I have no idea what he was talking about, what he shouldn't be telling the prince, and what he should be telling the prince, because I'm pretty sure, because that's what, at least that's what I meant. Like, what are you talking about? You should of course tell everything to the prince. It's like kind of obvious.
Oh, the prince is coming to me.
Okay, he's
Hey, come over here! I'm telling Bronson, and motioning to take the mat containing Tamaro, and telling like that.
yeah,
I
Malik.
bow slightly before the prince.
Malik,
It is
the prince's
I'm
bitch
going-
hand is starting to twitch. Apparently, he's expecting you to explain this statement of yours.
I give a very courteous bow and I say that we had some business that we were attending to at a local dive bar, and that we were ambushed by members of another clan.
I know.
What
By
is
another
your
clan, he means Giovanni.
and
the
what is
Giovanni.
your ghoul carrying?
That would be the current local leader of the Giovanni delegation, Tamaro Benini.
Curious.
He is currently staked, since it seemed prudent to have him, and I decided, unlike Malik here, I decided it was prudent to have him with us.
You know, you really sound like you're talking from underwater there for a second. I don't know if you're moving your mic around or what, but
Yeah,
Oh, I am?
I can understand.
yeah, but it's still a bit.
Oh crap, it's like
It's better now.
the mic had been caught under the wire of my headset and kinda had been pulled down. Didn't even notice it. Sorry. But yeah, did you get what I said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
See, that is most strange because I was under the impression that it was Lucina Morello that was the leader, since she has been handling the actual negotiations I have been having with her clan.
That is interesting. But as it happens, it is Benini who has been apparently been talking with us.
The princess bitch hands twitches.
Look,
You're
this is out
giving
of character, of course. Look, hey, look, I can't do much about it. I presumed it. Like, there's
Please.
me. Yeah, please don't hit me.
Please take it easy upon Serath, my fair prince, because he was not in attendance. He was actually guarding the Chantry and studying up on our thaumaturgy. It would. The whole story rests upon me, and we did go to the bar, and we were ambushed due to we don't know why exactly.
Maybe I should move up.
The prince motions for Bronson to come over there. Are you capable of
Benini, of course.
Nope, on his own. Benini just gets dumped on the floor.
Oh my god, no, Bronson.
No, the prince wants him to be there. He turns to
Oh,
Malik.
okay. Sorry.
Are you capable of extracting memories? I mean, was your servant there? I believe you take him with you most places, at least from the rumors Malkavians have been spreading.
Yes, he is a good ghoul, and oh dear, does that character? Oh dear. Yes, he was with us.
And you are capable of extracting memories?
Ain't I?
Yes, that would dominate of 3. So yes, you would be capable.
Yes, I can.
Out of character, I'm saying this. I'm pretty sure my character wouldn't be telling him of game rules, because this is, according to him, this is not a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will dominate him and force him to recount the events of that evening.
God damn it.
Yep, he's not gonna trust your word on it. You're filthy, scheming Tremere.
Oh, try not to
Chris,
be.
please go easy on us.
Anyway,
This guy is supposed to be scary, it's part of the story. And I'm actually gonna split a video here to create a mild cliffhanger, and we're gonna continue in a moment.